Hi, I'm Ravi Pillay. Well, today we are, it's difficult to say, laying to rest a great South African. But even in death, he's giving us leadership because he's a revival and an articulation of everything that he stood for. I think the greatest tribute we can pay to him and his life is to really take up the cudgels, live the values that he spoke about. I knew him since about 1979, so that's about 45 years. And through different epochs, the struggle, the UDF, the NIC, of course, the Intelligence Congress, where he made a seminal contribution, and then, of course, in the democratic era. I've said in previous statements that one book will not be enough to describe every aspect of Pravin Gordhan's life. But it's just a phenomenal contribution, and I'm sure his life and work will be the subject of many masters and doctoral theses, and very correctly so, because we really need to unpack it and learn the lessons. It's quite emotional that I spoke to him several times over the last few weeks, because we were preparing for the 130th anniversary of the Italian Congress, where he played a seminal role. And he was scheduled to speak at that event on the 8th of September, which was just last week. And of course, he was diagnosed with his illness. He soon knew that he wouldn't be able to come physically, but he committed to doing it. We even canvassed the idea of doing it remotely, but even that was not possible. And we eventually agreed we would just send a written statement. I'm explaining this to explain it demonstrates his qualities, because the event was on Sunday, and on Saturday morning I sent him a gentle reminder message. He didn't answer, but somebody else responded that he would give it to us in the afternoon. I didn't know at the time that on Friday he went for his second trip. And those of you who know how those things work, it's pretty hectic as far as those treatments are concerned. But I got that message at 11 o'clock on Saturday night. And that talks to the grit, the determination, the sense of public duty that Pravin had. And it wasn't just a compliance issue sending us a message of support. It was a deep, analytical, direction-giving message. I call it his last sermon. And that document and that speech must become the basis for a lot of the activism and work that must guide us going forward.